Good day, it's Icky here again. It is the 27th of March. Yes, I just stopped and looked that up to make sure I got it right. Snow is melting quickly, but not fast enough. I always try to plant my peas the first week of April. There have been years where I have to shovel the snow and use a pickaxe on the ground, but they pay for it, or they pay off later in the year. So, few days I'll be planting peas. Still have to clean that tree up. The birds. I got 16 eggs again yesterday. So I'm really proud of these ladies. Again, I get my new birds on the 28th of April. Looking forward to it. I will be starting them in the cabin. Story I want to relate about growing up on the farm. It's rather gross. So if you're not strong-stomached, flip off. Our pig pens had concrete walls between concrete floors and what's called a gutter cleaner in the back. So it was a concrete ditch with a flat bottom that was maybe 16 inches wide, 18 inches deep, with a chain with like 4-inch links on it, and every fourth link had a paddle that scraped the bottom. So each morning my job was to clean out the pig pens, scrape them into this gutter cleaner at the back, close the wooden grates, and then Dad would be doing the farrowing area, and then turn the gutter cleaner on and around the entire barn, draw this chain around and dump the manure outside. The problem was the corners. So there were big sprockets on the corners that the chain ran in to go around. And because this went under the walls, they had steel plates bolted down so to carry the weight. So it was always a nightmare when the chain hopped off the sprocket. Gotta remove these steel plates, pry the links back on, put the steel plates back on, yada, yada, yada. It would take a day. Popped off one day in the spring. Yes, the gutter was full of liquid, and I'll let your minds figure out what sort of liquid it was. Dad said, "You're small enough. Do you think you can wiggle through there?" And so with 4-inch airspace, I crawled through there about 20 feet with a crowbar and pried the chain back on the sprocket. Knowing where I was going, yes, I stripped down first. By the time I made it to high school, yes, I had showered, and yes, I still stunk. It was rather embarrassing, but saved Dad probably 8 hours worth of work. He wouldn't have fit into the gutter. So, yeah. Anyways, glad those days are over. I run a dry bedding system here rather than the liquid that we ran on the farm. So, yeah. Anyways, it's hovering right around the freezing point today. The sap is not running, so I've got no sap boil to go on. I do have the sap bucket on the wood stove in the cabin, slowly reducing. The fire is on very low. I should be able to bottle tonight. Anyways, I'll be back tomorrow. Icky out for now. It's the journey, not the destination. And Particularly if you're crawling through a gutter, keep your head up, folks. Later.